All right, let's dive right in. We're going to talk about demystifying your dollars. Personal financial planning. But not as some boring chore, right? We're talking about it as a genuinely powerful way to get a handle on your money and start building the future you actually want. So, let's get into how you can take control, starting today. Okay, let's just be real for a second. Money can be a huge source of stress for, well, pretty much everyone. We all have those questions bouncing around in our heads, usually at 2 in the morning, that make us wonder if we're even on the right track with our finances. I mean, think about this. What if you suddenly lost your job tomorrow, or got hit with some crazy medical bill? Do you have that cash cushion, that safety net to get you through? Because honestly, that's the absolute bedrock of feeling financially secure. And then, of course, you've got the big dreams. That down payment on a house, maybe sending your kids to college without a mountain of debt, or even just starting your own thing. The question is, are you actually saving for them with a real strategy? Or is it kind of just a financial wish list right now? And this is the big one that really pulls it all together. It makes you look past just what's in your paycheck. It's about really understanding what you own, what you owe, and figuring out how to use all of it strategically to build the life that you actually want to live.
So yeah, it can all feel pretty overwhelming, right? But what if you had a roadmap, a clear guide for your money? Well, that's exactly what personal financial planning is. It's a structured, methodical way to finally answer these tough questions and navigate your financial world with some actual confidence.
And check out the key words here: methodical process. See, this means it's not about guesswork or getting lucky with a stock pick. It's a real system, a system for managing your money so you can pay your bills today while you're also building toward your goals for tomorrow. And the whole point of it all? Real, honest-to-goodness financial security.
Now, this is a really important distinction to make. Real financial planning is holistic. It looks at your entire financial life as one connected thing. The other option, what we call piecemeal advice, is kind of like having a heart doctor and a lung doctor who never, ever talk to each other. It's just fragmented. And worse, it's dangerous, because you can end up with these huge overlooked risks simply because nobody's looking at the whole picture.
So how do you even track your progress on this roadmap? Well, you use your net worth. It is, without a doubt, the single most important number for tracking your financial health. It's super simple. Just take everything you own, your house, your savings, your investments, and subtract everything you owe, your mortgage, car loan, credit card debt. The goal, obviously, is to see that number climb up consistently over time. Because look, your income pays the bills for sure, but it's your net worth that builds true, lasting wealth. Okay, so we've covered the what and the why. Now we get to the fun part. Let's actually look at the blueprint, the step-by-step guide for building your financial future. You see, a real financial plan is so much more than just picking a few investments. It's a full 360-degree view of your entire life. Think about it. Your investment plan is totally tied to your tax planning. Your approach to debt management completely affects your day-to-day cash flow. And your insurance planning, that's the safety net that protects all of it. Every single one of these pieces is connected to the others. So, how does this all come together? Well, pros follow a pretty clear 6-step process. It all starts with getting to know you and what your goals are. Then they gather up all the data and really analyze where you're at right now. It's only after all that they can develop and help you implement a plan. And step 6 is absolutely crucial: monitor and review. This shows you that it's not a one-and-done deal. It's a living, breathing process that has to adapt as your life changes. Now, after seeing all those different pieces, you might be thinking, wow, that sounds great, but I am not an expert and I definitely don't have time to manage all that myself. And you know what? That is completely fair. So let's talk about how you can find a professional to be your guide.
So why even bring in an expert? Well, because they bring a ton of expertise to the table that most of us just don't have. They know how to match the right financial products to your specific goals, they can manage complex investment portfolios, and they provide that continuous monitoring we just talked about, rebalancing your plan as your life and the markets inevitably shift and change.
Okay, if you are thinking about getting help, this is probably the single most important thing you need to understand. How is your advisor actually getting paid? A fee-only planner is paid directly by you. That's it, which means their advice is designed to be unbiased. On the other hand, execution-only services are paid commissions by the companies whose products they sell you. Just knowing that difference is absolutely key to understanding their incentives. And that's exactly why these consumer protection rules are so critical. This separation between the person giving advice and the person selling the products,
It's designed specifically to protect you. It's there to make sure the recommendations you get are actually in your best interest, not just whatever's going to make someone else the biggest commission.
You know, when it comes right down to it, everything we've talked about today boils down to this one simple but really powerful idea. Your financial life is a story, and it's being written every single day. Financial planning, that's what puts the pen in your hand and lets you decide how that story is going to unfold. So the only question left is, are you ready to start writing?